right. Now, I wonder, the reason why I was bringing up Black Friday and why this is important with the media is because right around this time of the year, we get swamped with advertisements on the radio and on the television and in the newspaper, wanting for us to go out and like the brother said, go spend our hard-earned dollars, you know, benefiting somebody else's agenda or their economy or their families, while we don't save and spend money with our own. And it's very ironic to me that we call this Black Friday, because also on this date of Black Friday, if they're going to call it something black, how come it's not benefiting us? In fact, it's crippling us. So I hope everybody pays attention to that and doesn't so-called fall for the okie doke this year.
Yeah. There's a phrase on Facebook that I really love. Besides pound Black Lives Matter, pound stay woke.
Right, pound stay woke. I got another one for you. It's called no justice, no profit. All right, hold on, I didn't do that right. Pound, no justice, no profit. All right, we're gonna head on here down the line here. According to a 2011 Free Press article titled "Off the Dial," African Americans own approximately 3% of all media sources in the United States. Is this reality problematic for the African American community, Brother Lonnie?
Most definitely. Like the brother said earlier, if you don't control the media, you don't control the minds of the people. So if I can control everything that they can imagine, then I can control what they produce. And so therefore I believe, it's a must. If we want to control the minds of our youth, which is the ones that continue on the fruit, if we're going to control the minds of, we either going to have to cut the media off completely, or we're going to have to control the media. I said.
All right. So, just a follow-up question.
Caller on the line before you go there.
All right. We do have a caller on the line. Caller?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Brother Al.
I wanted to say something about the Black Friday. Black Friday is the first day of the year that they make money, that they actually come out of the red. All these big box stores, Kroger, Sears, J.C. Penney, all these shops that sell stuff everywhere, they're in business from January to October just to hold their place, to hold their location. And that's why a lot of them are getting out of business now and going into online businesses and stuff. Because they make most of these companies, I would say 80 to 90% of the companies in the United States, and mostly around the world too, make 80 to 90% of their profit from Thanksgiving to Christmas. That 130-something days span is when they make the majority of their money. And that's why it's called, and that's what it's about, Black Friday. That's when they go out of the red into the black. In other words, all through the month, all through the year, they're in the red. The cost of utilities, and the cost of paying for the mortgage for the location, and paying the people to work there, and the security, and they keep all the stuff and the stock and all that stuff. They only come out the red and make a profit for the whole year, from Thanksgiving to Christmas, and that's what that's all about. And that's why Minister Farrakhan was telling us to cut on that spending this year, because that'll hurt them below the belt. Now we have the terrorists coming here to America, and most of them are already here in America, and they're going to have America looking just like those countries over there on Fox C coming up this year. And so that's going to affect the Christmas. It's going to start this year, not next year, but this year. We'll probably have a lot of problems stuff that'll hurt Christmas. That if it hurts Christmas, it's going to hurt the stock market. If it hurts the stock market, it's going to hurt the whole world. And when people are going to lose jobs, and people are going to lose homes and things, so this is the time for them to tidy up and to get out
You're welcome, Brother Al. Great comment.
But let me follow up with a comment on that. I worked for Sears Roebuck and Company for 13 years. And I was in appliance sales. And what Brother Al said is so true. The last year I worked at Sears in 1989, I made $48,000 selling washers, dryers, stoves, and refrigerators. The day Christmas has nothing to do with appliances. Jesus did not get a washing machine on his birthday, nor did his parents get a refrigerator. But they were putting refrigerator, stoves, and washers and dryers in the layaway. And I made most of my money from September the 1st to December the 31st. I had checks of $2,000 and $3,000 a week during that time of the year. That store I worked in, which was Hickory Ridge Mall, didn't even go into the black until after Black Friday. They were in the red the whole year until after Black Friday. Black Friday was a booming day. And if you came in that store, you found mostly black people in there buying what Sears had to offer.
And I just want to add this a little bit of research there that we have from a writer named Guerrero from 1993 and Watkins in 1998. By the late 1960s, this is during the time of integration and the civil rights movement. But during the late 1960s and the early 1970s, the film and television industries began responding to the shifting sensibilities of black youth culture by creating products that specifically targeted black youth. It was also during this time that the wider distribution of television occurred, thus exposing black youth to American consumer culture in ways unknown to previous generations. I believe Brother Malik had an alternative for all you people running out to the stores on Black Friday going about things that you don't need. Brother Malik?
Yes, blackmall.com. It's several different other businesses, black-owned businesses. We stay online, we stay on Google, we stay on Facebook, Instagram, all of these social media sites. Find your people. You find everything else you want. You find what you want to find. Find an alternative to spend your money. My advice, I would tell you, don't spend your money, hold your money, invest your money in something tangible, invest your money in your kids' future, build real wealth. But we're planning on the national blackout, and I want to give the people a little bit more information on the boycott of Black Friday, the reasoning behind it, and where it will be taking place in. This will be a nationwide blackout, 40 states and over 200 locations, Black Friday weekend. And this will be for police murders and other injustices. Heist the reason that 500 organizations and diverse leaders from 40 states have united for economic boycotts. The National Blackout Movement will begin on Black Friday, November 27th, all over America, and demonstrates that boycotts against retail giants such as Walmart, Target, shopping malls, banks, and other companies that take in billions of black dollars but are not owned or controlled by blacks or African Americans. The National Blackout is a series of direct action holiday boycotts and permanent sanction against section stores, companies, and that directly contribute to our current suffering. A blackout movement is strategic economic empowerment of our people. We must boycott for the following reasons: support black businesses and to build the black-owned economy. Stop financing our oppressors. And basically, let's help each other. Let's help one another to build up our own communities instead of running out and helping other people to build up they already prosperous and lucrative communities already. Black Friday equals white Saturday.
All right, do we have a caller?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, call you over here.
Hey, thank you. I'm a white guy. I live down here in Fraser, 38127. And I also wanted to say that there's nothing wrong with Black Friday. Black Friday means, everybody wants to be in the black. Nobody wants to be in the red. Black Friday only means the best part about your finances that are available to you. And regarding the gentleman that worked for Sears, I lived in San Bernardino for 15 years, and there was nothing more than a poor community than San Bernardino because they shipped all of their all of the products that didn't sell down there, which included everything that they sold that didn't sell. You could buy everything down there, really super cheap. And I'm not kidding. Name it, you could buy it. And I want to say this. There's nothing wrong with the accumulation of wealth by white or by black anywhere. Anywhere. And if blacks at large are upset with white, it's not because blacks, it's not because white didn't win the war in 1865. And it's not because the white didn't vote in Obama in 2008. There's something else going on, and it's not white at large. So because you guys are upset with white, I'm really sorry. You guys have to get on board with getting a job, being grateful for the opportunity to get a job, and not being subjugated by the communists or the Muslims.
Well, actually, what it sounds like to me is that you were being a little racist yourself, son.
Or get on board with no God, and that's where you're going to be. You're going to be stuck, dying for your faith or dying for nothing at large. That's my only statement. And listen, I live here with you. I like you guys. I don't have a problem with you guys. I shop in your stores. People ignore me. I don't care. All I want to do is buy my products and get out. I really, really, really don't care. All I want to do is live the rest of my life in peace. Now, I'm a Christian. I believe you guys are Christians. And just on the other side of the culture. I'm sorry about that.
All right,
I'll say this. I owe you nothing. You have nothing coming from me. And if you can get it from us, you got to kick our ass.
all right. Thank you for your call, but respectfully, we do have a response. Anybody want to respond?
Yeah, I respond. It's one thing that white, Caucasian, European people have to understand. You can't just express yourself in any form or fashion that you like. To us, most of what the caller said was racist. Okay, straight out racist. Now to him, it's okay. That's the way he communicates. He's basically trying to say that, okay, it's equal for everybody. All you have to do, black folks, is get a job. Okay, but the point is, if there is such thing as Black Friday, we all need to be enjoying the profits that's coming out the warehouse together on a equal footing. But that is far, 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 far from the truth. And what we say on this show has nothing to do with racism. Okay, it's just a perspective of black men, and that's the problem. It seems like as we express ourselves, we're racist, and then on the other hand, as the gentleman spoke a moment ago, the Caucasian guy, what he was saying is just as racist if we are saying things that are racist, but we're not. We're dialoguing.
Okay, I just want to say that first, the brother thank you for your comment, but I'm not thankful for your comment. But secondly, I do not have a problem with white people. I'm pro-black. That don't mean I'm anti-white. Just my goals, my intentions, my efforts are black. They for my people. I have a deep desire and a need to help my people out. It's not saying that I hate anybody else or I don't like any other race of people. I'm just gonna call a spade and an ace a ace. Simple as that. So when you listen to this show and you hear the thoughts and views of black men, you should open your mind up and listen to what we're saying, and maybe you can get a better understanding. Black Friday doesn't benefit any black person in America unless you own a black business and people come in there spending money. We are the #1 consumer in this country, and we are the 3rd most underpaid people in this country. So how that equals up to us being successful, I don't know where you get that from. How you feel that we should all just get up and get a job, as you said. Well, that's exactly what we trying to do. Provide jobs for ourselves. Take our people out from under white supremacy and put them under black leadership. That's where we should be at. So I definitely want to address that and let him know that, no, sir, nobody on this panel, no matter what religion we are, what we follow, or what we believe in, nobody on this panel is racist. For one, black people can't be racist. We don't own the resources or have the wealth to oppress another race to be racism. Nothing that I can do single-handedly would determine how you wake up, if you get a job, if you get a new car, if you get a new house. I don't have that control. But it's other people in this country that do have that control, and I'm sure we all know who they are. Those are the people that's racist, not me, sir.
All right. There we have about 9 minutes, and probably time enough for one more caller. The number here to the station is 901-327-2500. That's 901-327-2500. We want to give a shout out to Brother Jabril. And if you're in the West Tennessee and Memphis area specifically, we want to help Brother Jabril, and also go to Brother Jabril for your Afro-centered educational needs. You at the Marcus Garvey Institute. He can be reached at 901-643-6271. Once again, that's 901-643-6271. Great dialogue by the brothers there. We got another announcement.
Yes, I just want to give a shout out to Brother Andre Muhammad, and have you, this is another entity for our people to spend money. Brother Andre's personal care products, shea butter bath, Ellen's body butter. You can reach Brother Andre at 901-864-5027. Again, 901-864-5027 for your personal care products.
All right, moving right along.
Got a caller real quick. Go ahead, caller.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Walaikum salam.
This is Brother Andre. I had no idea, brother, that you was going to that club. Thank you so very much.
I had you on my mind, brother.
All praises to the God for Allah, brother. Brother, thank you all for taking me up. And I was listening on my phone. I said, let me call in and just say hi and how the brother's doing and encourage you with the hard work doing on behalf of our suffering people. But quickly, brother, I know the time is winding. Just wanted to address one point. It's interesting that every time that we as a people determine for ourselves what we will do to end our suffering and to improve our condition and life outcome, members of the white community in particular, some of them, interpret it as hating them or hating someone else. Why is it that black pursuit of black excellence and independence is always interpreted as anti-whiteness? That is simply because, brother, they know, those that are well-read enough, they know and understand that the condition we are in is due in part to what we've suffered as people in history. And there are some that want to say that, well, we should move on. Well, yes, we should move on, but that doesn't mean that this particular generation of whites don't have a responsibility where I, that's neither here nor there. But what I really want to get at, brother, is what you're talking about with media. Media, brother, is the number one conduit by which powers that be engaged in what we call psychological warfare. You go to news media, your CNNs of the world, your MSNBCs, they're not just reporting the news, but they're engaging in war. They are warring on the minds of people for a certain idea and to sustain a certain structure. So that's why our media is called the fourth estate to this nation. And it is important that we support radio programs like you all. That's why whatever opportunity I get, I listen to you, Brother Sunday, when I can. I've been blessed to be a part of the conversation in the studio with you. And I'm encouraging everybody I run across, tune in and listen and lend your support monetarily.
That's
We
right.
have to have our own voice. We have to begin to control the narrative of our sojourn. And if we don't do that, somebody else will tell our story. They're not going to tell the truth about it. They're going to tell it in the way they feel. But I won't take any more time, brother. There's a lot I want to say, but I'll save it for the next opportunity I get to come and sit with you all. God bless you all, brothers. Y'all keep soldiering hard. Don't let nobody stop you, and I'll put you on the ballot.
All right.
Thank you, Brother Andre, for your call. Thank you very much there. And we're going to go here. I got another little excerpt to read just to spin off of this topic. And I got one more question. We got about 4 minutes, so I'm going to try to do it like Brother Wallace said, with the quickness. In the 1980s, Michael Wright developed the segmentation theory, or the divide and rule, which attempted to explain racism from an economic point of view. In this theory, Wright proposes that the ultimate goal in society is to maximize profit. Now, that's questionable, but we're going to continue. As a result, the exploiters will attempt to use any means to suppress higher wages among the exploited class, weaken the bargaining power of the working class, often by attempting to split it along racial lines, promote prejudices, segregate the black community, and ensure the elite benefit from the creation of stereotypes and racial prejudices against the black community. So I wanted to end with that. I got one last question, and we're going to try to hit everybody. We got 3 minutes, so state your answer and your reason real quick so we can get to the next person. Should we feel accomplished as a black community here in America when we see a journalist on the news? He's on the journalist and he's that face. Is he necessarily our voice? And the other side of that question is, should we seek to own and control more media sources such as TV, radio, newspaper, journals, and magazines? We're going to try to hit everybody. We're going to start with Brother Lonnie, go to Brother El-Amin, Brother Malik, and then end with Dr. Baruch. We got 3 minutes.
I do not believe we should feel accomplished by or because one individual has so-called set a standard for a mass group of people. I don't believe that. And to the second question, we need to, in order to control media, we need to do like what we're doing right now. We need to pull our resources together, and it has to be, in our minds, the most important thing that we are doing is waking up our people so they can stay woke. And we have to make that a job. We have to make that your career, at least part of your career has to be reaching out to another brother and waking them up. You can't just wake up yourself one day and say, this and that, and then, or maybe wake one person up and say your job is done, So I believe our media, we have to take control. We got to do ourselves. We can't wait for anyone else to do it for us.
Pound stay woke.
We do, yes. Pound stay woke.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a media. It's called social media. And we have to be efficient in utilizing social media. And we have to understand that the narrative has to be established. A few months ago, we suggested that people who tune in on this station and listen to what we have to say, let that be the narrative and build on that the rest of the remaining part of the week. Okay, so we need to do that, and that would be media.
Absolutely.
Black Power. Yes, I definitely don't think we're being represented properly. We only have a handful of people that represent our community. Roland Martin, maybe our Spike Lees, but we are outnumbered 10-1 in the media and in television.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this and then I guess we'll be done. The ones I've seen on the media, including CNN, MSNBC, those black commentators are really They're the voice of the oppressor. They do not speak for the masses of the herd of our people. They work for the oppressor, they speak for the oppressor, and they speak in a way to keep the oppressed people oppressed. They are not representative of us, and we should not look to them to represent us. We don't pay their salaries, we don't control what they say. That's the oppressor's man, the point man, and he's doing what he's supposed to do. Keep us oppressed.
Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad said that any time that the white people can't beat us, they always find somebody to jump out and trot out in front of us, buck dancing and buck jumping and scratching and doing all of the stuff that you just said, brother. So definitely correct on that.
That's right.
All right. We definitely want to thank our panelists here today for such enlightening comments to the subject of the media. We want to thank Brother Isaac on the board over there. Love power, y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
Get back to your host. Wallace Red, please.
I like that too, man.
And also, we want to thank the host, the man of the hour, usually at this time. Come back and be with us again next Sunday. We want to thank Brother Wallace Red for allowing us to be on his panel, on this show. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Talking about